Hey, this is Timothy Theory, and you're listening to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome into the show, and man, what a show do we have for you guys today. We're with our good buddy Clyde, and we also have an extra special guest for you guys today. I don't even want to spoil it yet. I don't even want him to say anything yet. All I'm going to do, Clyde, are you there, brother?
I'm here, buddy.
All I'm going to do is just drop like a little bit of a hint.
I've got the look.
I think we got a special guest on the line. And I think it's Nevlin all the way from Puerto Rico. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I appreciate you taking time to join us today. I heard it was like a special day for you.
That's right, man. That's right.
What's happening today? What's happening today, brother?
Oh, man, I guess I was born on Sunday like this, on June 11th.
Yeah, Nevlin. So happy birthday, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Clyde, you got anything to say to Nevlin, man?
I got a song, man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
All right. Before we run everybody off the show, man, we got a cool show planned today.
Voice of an angel.
He does have the voice of an angel. You're right, dude. We're going to talk a little bit of WWE. A couple of hot topics going on around the wrestling world, really. A little bit of TNA, a little bit of AEW talk. And then we're going to play a little bit of random wrestling knowledge with Clyde. And then we're going to wrap the show up with a little bit of a fantasy segment talking about our three like fantasy retro figures that wasn't released each. So I think it's going to be a pretty cool show. And without further ado, we're going to hop right into it. Nevlin, I don't know if you've seen the news, brother, but did you see that I think it was last night maybe last night that Billy Gunn was out in the ring on AEW, and they're just calling him Billy now. They made him drop the gun. I think WWE is like fighting for that trademark.
Oh, yeah, man. I heard they blocked him. I don't know if it was blocked from Instagram or whatever it is, or they just blocked him from using the name. So he has to, use Billy, and that's it.
So what do you think?
That's what I read.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. What do you think about that? Do you think WWE is being petty, or do you think they're just doing the right thing and kind of protecting their own, interests?
Well, I mean, it's WWE is not the first time they've done it. I guess they're doing a little bit of both. I guess they're being petty and protecting their, you know what I mean?
All at the same time.
Yeah, all at the same time.
Clyde, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know what they...
Go ahead,
sorry.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know why they do that, because everybody knows he's, he was a New Age outlaw. He's Billy Gunn. He's from DX. So I don't know what WWE really gains from that. That's what I was trying to say. Blocking wrestlers from using their name, their gimmick.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so
it seems kind of petty, but I guess there's so much money involved in it all, But it does seem petty to me also at the same time.
Yeah.
Clyde, what do you think about that? I mean, are you going to call him just Billy, or is he always Billy Gunn to you, brother?
Well, I'm pretty much whatever Mr. McMahon wants. I'm gonna go ahead and agree.
Mr. McMahon wants you to speak up, brother, and have a little bit of energy.
I'm going to heal on this. Don't make me come over on you right now, brother. I'll come over there.
So you're just down. You're down with whatever the WWE wants there. How you I know you're a company man. I understand that. So that's your stance.
If that's what Vince wants, that's what it's got to be, brother. Sorry.
Neville, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Clyde created the corporate cane gimmick long before it ever existed.
Who created it?
Clyde created the corporate cane gimmick. He's corporate Clyde.
Corporate Clyde.
All right, man. So
down since day one.
Nevlin, did you see this, brother? Did you hear the news? I don't know if this is true or not. This is kind of speculation at this point, but Heath Slater and Rhino might be reuniting on Impact Wrestling. What do you think about that, brother?
Oh, yeah, man. I also saw that one. It wouldn't surprise me, man, because Impact had put a promo thing, I guess, for that. I don't know if it's Bound for Glory. And they showed a few of the superstars that were released from WWE, including Rusev and a few others, man. So who knows?
Oh, wow.
I guess it's possible.
I didn't know that about Rusev. I always just thought he'd be an AEW guy once he was released. Wow. So Rusev possibly to Impact, huh?
Yeah, they put a promo thing, and they showed the flag from Rusev or something like that. and they show something from Heath Slater. They show something from EC3. You know, a couple of the guys that were let go.
Wow.
So let's see what's happening, man.
That's a nice little haul there for Impact if that ends up happening. And Clyde, do you have any thoughts on all that?
I mean, if it doesn't happen in the WWE, does it really count?
I can't hear you, brother. You got to bring them emotion, Clyde.
I said, if it doesn't happen in the WWE, does it really count? Man?
That's right, man. That's right. I can get behind that. So do you think? But overall, do you think that like Heath Slater and Rhino and Rusev, Clyde, do you think that they would make an impact on Impact?
I guarantee it, man. Especially, actually, any of those three guys, I could see being the champion the first night. You know, if they want to.
Man, I'm right there with you.
Hand it out.
We gotta remember, Heath Slater has kids, man. So
That's right, man. That's right. Hey, for real, he's got a family to feed. Out there. Real talk.
He's got that indoor pool, I think, or is it outdoor?
I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw this too. Here's a topic we could not get away from today's show without talking about, and this is polarizing, fellas, right here. So we might have to break out the tables, ladders, and chairs because I'm just curious to know. Did you guys see that some fans started a petition online to end Charlotte Flair's title push? And Neville, I was curious, what do you think about that, man? Like, I mean, the heat has turned away from Roman Reigns quickly over the last 12 months, and now everybody hates Charlotte. And, what do you think, Neville?
I mean, I think a petition I think it's silly, because I really don't know, man, what fans like anymore. But I saw they were trying to get like 500, and it was already like in 380. I don't know if that's a fact, but yeah, man, I saw that too. It's crazy.
Yeah, taking it a little too far, I think. And Clyde, what do you think about all this madness with Charlotte Flair? I know you're a big fan, and I'm a big fan too. But do you think that the fans are overreacting, or what do you think's going on, brother?
I think it's a waste of fucking energy, basically. It's a waste of time, waste of energy. It's like, dude, do something else, man. At the end of the day, she's gonna win 100 titles before it's all over.
Yes, I think so too. She's heading for that. I think when it's all said and done, it's going to be tough for any woman to ever pass what Charlotte accomplishes in the WWE.
I think Bayley, man, is looking more and more like the GOAT every day.
Yeah, she is looking good. But Charlotte, brother, I think she's just going to do this for a long time, man. And you got anything else to say about all that, Neville?
No, man, I just think that stuff like that could ruin like a wrestler's career and stuff. Because what if WWE actually starts listening to that? And Charlotte hasn't been there in not even 5 years.
Right. Yeah.
You should just leave her alone, man.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I think and that's what's kind of one bad thing about today's internet age. Sometimes it just some little small movement like that just gets out of control to where it just takes on a life of its own almost, to where it's just way disproportionate with what it really should be. You know what I mean? Like, fans are kind of overreacting a little, in my opinion, also, brother.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Overreaction everywhere, man.
So one last thing here on these wrestling notes before we hop into my favorite segment, which is Random Wrestling Knowledge with Clyde. But I want to talk about this here. I don't know if you guys seen that Tama Tonga is claiming that Triple H signed him to a WWE contract. And Clyde, you got any thoughts on that, of the big man coming to WWE?
Yeah, man, I'm all for it. Dude's he's legit. He's a badass. The whole deal. It's gonna be good when it shows up if it's a true story, and I want to hope it is.
What do you think about that, Neville, brother? I think it's a pretty good signing.
Yeah, man, I think it's pretty good. Actually, I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see what he does there, man.
Can't wait to see the debut. All right, guys. So thanks for talking a little wrestling news here. And here's something I can't wait to see, is this next segment. You know what we call this one, fellas? We call this one Random Wrestling Knowledge with Clyde. And what this is all about is, audience, feel free to play along at home. What we do is we ask Clyde and Neville 3 random wrestling-related questions, and they're coming literally from out of nowhere, so they don't know what's going to happen, and we'll see who does the best at the end of this. You gentlemen ready to start?
I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Who wants to go first? What should we do?
Well, it's Melvin's birthday. We'll let him go first.
Let him suffer first on his birthday. All right, gentlemen. I just so you guys know, I would do horrible on this. I would be 0 for 3 every time we play. But here we go, Neville. Your first question, brother.
All right.
All right. Shawn Michaels won the Royal Rumble. And I just had it here in front of me 2 times. Do you know what years that was? 2 times.
The 2 years he won it?
Yeah.
95 and 96, brother. What you mean?
That's is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
All right. There we go, brother. Starting out 1 for 1, Clyde. Putting a little pressure on you, brother. Can you handle the pressure, Clyde? That's the question.
I hope so, man.
Bret Hart held the WWF Intercontinental Championship how many times, brother?
I believe that would be twice.
Mr. Producer, show me 2 times. All right. We are neck and neck today, guys. 1 and 1. What do y'all think so far?
Pretty
I'm
good.
going to win, man. I'm going to throw him over the top rope.
That's right, man. That's all you got to do. As long as both feet touches the ground, Neville, you're good.
Yeah, man. I'm going to toss him over the top, bro. I'm about to win this.
All right, here we go. Here we go. That's what I want. That's what I want, guys. I want some emotion. All right. Here we go. There have been, I don't know how many Triple Crown winners in WWE history, but of course Shawn Michaels is among them. But my question to you is, how many times has Shawn Michaels held the WWF European Championship?
The European title? Who's supposed to answer that? Me?
That's for you, brother.
Oh, man. I totally forgot. I know he was like around the first one, so I'm going to say like 2.
You're going to say 2 times?
I'm going to say 2 times. Final answer, I'm probably way off on that.
Oh. You actually wasn't way off. The answer was 1 time.
1 time? All right.
1 time. That's not bad. All right, Clyde, your second question. You ready, brother?
Ready to go.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I really want to get you with a tough one here. That might be a little tougher for you. Okay, here we go. Bret Hart held the WWE United States Championship. How many times, brother?
There was 1 time he defeated The Miz for it.
Mr. Producer, man, show me 1 time.
Wait. No, man, I gotta fight here.
Neville, we need you in it, brother. We need you here. The crowd.
He won it. You mean he won the United States 1 time? He held it in WCW, bro.
Did he? Is that what you're talking? Okay, you know what?
Switching music to both of y'all.
Hold on a second. Oh, you know what, dude?
How many times did
Oh my goodness! You know what? Look, he's held it 1 time in WWE, but Neville is right. He did hold it. He did hold it 4 times in WCW.
Yeah.
But you did say WWE. That's it, Melvin. I'm coming over.
But my question, in fairness, was how many times did he hold it in the WWE? So he got it right. He got it right.
Yeah, he got it right.
But Neville,
I'm just trying to be,
No, you're right though, Neville. I mean, I could have asked you that for your next question. How many times did Bret Hart hold the United States champion? No, I'm not going to. I could have asked it for W. Okay, so Neville, we gotta get you in the right mind state. You got to get this question right, dude. Your back's to the wall, brother.
I know I'm sexy.
All right, we need you here.
All right.
We need you to dig down. How many times did the Rockers hold the WWF Tag Team Championships?
None, man. And I'm totally mad at that.
Mr. Producer, man.
Oh, 1 time. Wait. Can I change? I think it was 1 time and they lost it the next day. Something like that.
It was no time.
No time?
Yeah. You're lucky I was already clicking the button, brother, because I would have let you change it to a wrong answer.
Yeah, but I remember, didn't they like win it and they screwed them out of it? I remember something like that, but don't remember exactly what happened.
Well, it's not recognized.
The Rockers, they did win it 1 time. It was never recognized. It was an untelevised event, and the ropes broke. It was them against the Hart Foundation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember that, but it didn't. Yeah, they're not recognized.
It's not recognized in the official Wikipedia records here. So if it's not on Wikipedia, then
still one of the greatest tag teams of all time, though.
I agree. What a tragedy. Back then, especially, a lot of tag teams didn't get the titles that should have. So anyway, we're tied up.
Yeah, we need some Rockers LJNs. We never got those.
We're tied up to a piece, gentlemen, and it's coming into Clyde's last question. And here we go. Are you ready, Clyde?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go, brother. I don't want to just I don't want to give you a layup. So this is not going to be a layup, dude. Okay.
Like, what color did Bret Hart wear to the ring?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll give you one that's a little tougher. Here we go, brother. Bret Hart. How many times? Okay, here we go. Bret Hart has won King of the Ring twice. Which years?
Let's see. I want to say he won 92 and 93.
Mr. Producer Man, show me 92 and 93.
Oh, whatever. What the hell?
All right, guys. It was actually, you was close. You was close. I'll give you that. It was
91 and 92.
That was 91 and 93, brother. You still got it wrong.
Still got it wrong with you.
So we're tied up to a piece. We're tied up to a piece. We're coming into the tie-breaking question. Here we go. Are you ready, Neville?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go, brother. There have been numerous Triple Crown champions in WWF history, but Shawn Michaels accomplished this feat also, and what number was he of wrestlers to do it? He had the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
Come on, dude. He was the first man to ever do that.
He was the first Grand Slam champion or Triple Crown champion?
He was the first everything, wasn't he? Wait, what's the question? Grand Slam or Triple Crown?
All right, I think that's a rough question then, dude. And I worded it totally wrong. So here's what I'm going to do. How many times did Shawn Michaels win the WWF World Heavyweight Championship? That belt specifically.
5.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
The WWF World Heavyweight Championship, 5 times.
The world title? No, wait. The world title, right? As recognized as world champion.
It's 3 times, brother. 3 times.
3 times?
3
Damn.
times. All right, Clyde. Here we go. You can win it here, brother. Are you ready?
Ready to go.
How many Slammy Awards has Bret Hart won?
Oh, Lord. Man, you done got me out. One, 2. I'm going to say 1.
All right, Mr. Producer Man, show me 1. Oh, man. It's 5, brother. 5 times. All right, look, guys.
I know Owen Hart 2 times Slammy Award winner.
Hey, man, you got to remember, man, we haven't heard these type of questions in like 30 years, right?
Right. That's fair. Fair enough, gentlemen. Fair enough. So what we're going to do for today is then, we're going to call this a draw, and we're going to pick it up on the next episode. How's that sound, gentlemen?
All right, man. Go with me.
All right, so both of you guys, congratulations on today's. I mean, both of you guys, y'all were duking it out left and right, back and forth. I mean, good contest, gentlemen. Both of you guys are winners today in my book. Take a moment.
We're like tag team champions right now.
I want you guys to pull a Barry Horowitz and give yourselves both a big pat on the back.
Good idea.
Yep. Pat on my back, bro.
All right, now, real quick, fellas. Last segment, and honestly, this is my favorite segment I've been waiting to do. Let's go around the table real quick. We all love these WWE retro figures, but of course we know they cut this line short. They gave us 44 figures, and we wanted to see, I think, 4,400. So we only got, a small fraction of what we wanted to see. So I want to know what your 3 fantasy retros are that we haven't seen yet. And I want to start with you, Clyde.
Let's see. I'll take Johnny the All-Star, Mass Pop, actually, I got Bret Hart, Carlito, and Owen Hart.
Wow, that's a heck of a trio, dude. I can get behind that one, brother. I know you're a huge Carlito fan, but and I know kind of he does have a lot of fans around the world, but he has more of like a cult following. I still think a Carlito retro figure would be really cool, though. What do you think, Neville? You got a list, brother?
3 of them, I'd say Rey Mysterio, Rob Van Dam, and Surfer Sting.
Oh my goodness gracious! Now that's another 3 I can get behind. Clyde, what do you think about his list, brother?
I love it, man. I would definitely want all 3 of those.
Man, I'm right there with you guys. So far, awesome list, guys. And for me, I would say Paul Bearer, Alexa Bliss, and I just can't get away from the retro series without seeing a Hollywood Hogan.
That's a decent 3. Oh, yeah.
I just want to see a Paul Bearer just because we have so much Kane and Undertaker retro stuff now. It'd just be so cool to have the Paul Bearer to go with it.
It would be nice.
Yeah, man, I would definitely like to see more managers, right?
Yeah, Jimmy Hart would be cool, definitely, guys. Right there with y'all.
Sensational Sherry.
Oh man, that would be sweet too. Sensational Sherry, how many wrestling figures does she have out? Like, period. She doesn't have a whole lot, really, does she?
She had a Jack figure, and she had a Mattel, and that might be.
I think last year, I think they came out with like a Scary Sherry version.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
purple robe.
Okay.
Yeah, remember when they called her Scary Sherry?
Yeah, oh, I do remember that. Heck yeah. Yeah, it was like Scary Sherry.
Who was so that was like that figure.
Who was calling her Scary Sherry like that? Who was that? I just remember the way they would say it.
I think it was Piper.
Was it? Yeah, the way he would say it.
Scary
Sherry.
Maybe it was Piper. I always thought it was Bruce the Barber.
I think he started it.
Oh, was it Bruce the
Piper
Barber?
started it.
Okay. Yeah, we got to see a Scary Sherry, though, brother. Yeah, it's been cool talking with you guys today, man, but we're running right at 20 minutes, so it's pretty much time to wrap the show up. But awesome show, guys. Great effort on the random wrestling knowledge. I'm glad it ended in a draw because both you gentlemen are champions in my book. And Clyde, do you have any closing thoughts today, brother?
Everybody out there listening, appreciate it. You know, give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Happy birthday, Melvin. Hope you enjoy it, brother.
Thanks, man.
Got any closing thoughts, brother?
I appreciate you guys having me on, man. Can't wait to come back on, and thanks for the birthday wishes, man.
Man, happy birthday to you again, brother. We love having you on the show. I'm glad you're doing good, and hopefully you enjoy your day, man.
Thanks, man.
Hey, thanks so much for listening out there, folks. Check us out on the web, WrestlingZoo.com, ThatWrestlingPodcast.com. Always updated with crazy madness from around the wrestling world. And I'm so sorry to Enzo Amore. We did not have time to get you on today, but we will next week. And other than that, folks, we will catch you guys on the next one.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot, told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT, busting all the bells out the box.